It took me over a year to make this video because I didn't want to just do it for clout. But Bugs Bunny is a cultural icon who has endured for over 86 years. So how did he evolve? That's what we'll explain right now. Bugs was created by Tex Avery in 1938 while working at Leon Schlesinger Productions, which specialized in short cartoons. The studio was a subsidiary of Warner Bros. Pictures, which had recently been purchased by Jack L. Warner after it was discovered that Schlesinger was embezzling money. This meant that Tex Avery and his animators were now working for less money than they used to, so in order to make ends meet, they started looking for cheaper, more efficient ways to produce their cartoons. The first step was getting rid of the backgrounds, which meant the characters would have to be completely animated, including their environments. Tex Avery's team achieved this by having the characters interact with each other directly instead of having them react to things in their surroundings. This technique, known as limited animation, saved time and money, but it also made the characters more dynamic and fun to watch. At the same time, animators were experimenting with the idea of having the characters talk to the audience, breaking the fourth wall and acknowledging that they were in a cartoon. This technique, known as direct address, allowed the characters to be more playful and mischievous, but it also gave them a certain amount of self-awareness and intelligence. When Tex Avery presented these new ideas to Jack L. Warner, the studio head wasn't very impressed. He thought the characters looked too stiff and lifeless without backgrounds. So he ordered them to be put in prison and work as janitors until they could come up with something better. But when they showed him the new Bugs Bunny, he loved it and gave them a bonus for their hard work. And that's how Bugs Bunny became the star of his own series. His first appearance was in the short film A Wild Hare, where he outsmarted an African-American hunter named Elmer Fudd. The short was a huge success and it established many of the elements that would become iconic to the character and the series. For example, Bugs' nonchalant attitude, his ability to break the fourth wall, and his signature line, "What's up, Doc?" Over the years, Bugs Bunny continued to evolve as a character, but the basic formula established in A Wild Hare remained the same. He would usually find himself in some kind of trouble, like being hunted by Elmer Fudd or Daffy Duck, but he would always escape using his wit and his knowledge of the cartoon world. He would often use props like a carrot or a shotgun, but he could also manipulate the environment around him, like the ground, the trees, and even the other characters. He could also speak to the audience directly, telling them what he was going to do next or even asking them for help. And if all else failed, he could just pull out a rabbit and say, "What's up, Doc?" So that is how Bugs Bunny became one of the most beloved and enduring cartoon characters of all time. Stay tuned for more videos about classic cartoons.